Hello and welcome to this very wet edition of Billyfishing in the Arctic. So, just give me a mo and I'll walk you through the rigs, the rods, the reels and all that good stuff. Stay tuned. Yes, here I am in practically the same tide, the same weather as my big butt video last year. This is a place of extremes. This is where I caught the smallest fish of the season and the biggest fish of the season. All in the same session. Let's walk you through the gear, right? This is my heavy gear. The rods are the Century Eliminator E1000. The reels are the Penn International Torque 100. It is loaded with 50-pound 4-strand mainline. It has a 100-pound 4-strand leader. And the rigs are my up and over ring rig. And I'm fishing dingle dangles. Both the dingle dangles and the rigs. The builds for both will be listed in the description as well. Right, so I'm going to get a rig on this rod, get it baited up, get it in the sea. So I'll just show you the rig real quick. It is a running ledger, right? Dingle dangle 10-0 hook. This is 1.3 millimeter mono or strimmer wire. It has a ring in the middle there, and I'll explain what that's about when I clip the rig up. And it runs all the way up to the top to a relay clip right there, yes. The ring goes on that. So it is just a running ledger, right? The folks in the States might know it as a fish finder rig, right? I'm going to get it baited up. I'm going to make this as quick and easy as possible to understand. I'm going to cut a small piece off the tail to use as a base on the dingle dangle. The bait has to go in between those discs, a little bit shy of each disc on the end, so when it tightens down it fills the gap itself. If it's not, it will overspill the discs on the end and will be hard to fish. Okay, apart from the piece of the tail for the base, I'm going to cut cutlets, okay, as many as I need. Then I will bash them with the hammer just to release some of the scent, okay? Thusly. Okay, see you later on. So, here is the base applied to the dingle dangle, okay? With the gap in between. I'm just going to do this as quick as possible. I just lie the cutlets on like so. Whip them on, just roughly in the beginning, not too much elastic. You'll waste too much elastic if you try to secure them straight away, and you just build it up like this in layers, okay? That's it. And you continue keeping the bait as neat as possible, making sure it doesn't come over the end of the disc. The whole idea here is to keep some symmetry in it, so you can see it's lost a bit of its symmetry, so I'm going to put the next bait along here, and you just continue like that until the bait is as large as you want it to be. You can see me at the end of the build. Just continue that way, keeping the symmetry, and then finish it off at the end. Alright, so here's the bait. Unfortunately you can't see it, but the disc is somewhat in the middle. It doesn't have to be exact, but as close to as possible. And so this is how you finish the bait off. So you go one side of that ring up the top and one side of the dangle down the bottom in a crisscross shape, yes. And then you go over the other side of the ring up the top and so on. You just do that until you're happy with it, basically. Don't do it too tightly, or it will make the hook snarl in the bait, okay? You lock it off at the top, underneath the ring, and the same at the bottom, okay? And this will prevent it from shooting off when you cast. There is around about half a mackerel in this bait here, a medium mackerel. Up to the top again, a lot of juice, a lot of surface area, draw those fish in. There we go. Bumsky. Right, we're getting to see. Right, there is the ring up the top. There's the end of the dingle dangle in the bait clip, and there is the bow of line that the ring allows, right? The bow of line is to accommodate the bait to stop it from pushing off the bait clip. Okay, that's it. Right. So there it is. Out it goes. So I'll just show you how I get this rig to fish properly. First of all, you have to make sure it's unclipped, because it's a very big bait and it takes quite a lot of weight to hold it in place, and this can stop it from unclipping. This system does not work with stuff like splashdowns, if that's what you were going to say. The baits are just too big, the hooks are too big, and that's the reason for that. So now I have made sure it's unclipped. Now the trick here is, instead of putting in the tripod and tightening down on it in increments, you wind very slowly with the rod tip down as close to the water as you can get, And this straightens the rig out and gets that sinker to bite really quickly. And that way you save most of the energy that you put into getting the bait out there instead of winding it back towards yourself. And if you fished in Norway before, you will have experienced that at some point, most likely. Some people pick up on this quicker than others, some people don't. So back to the pod, and we get it settled in. Right, let the settling in commence. Into gear, ratchet on, tighten down, out of gear. That's it. So I'll just give you a look at the setup today. I'm in here behind this building with this tent and everything else. Not only because it's raining today, later on there's forecast high winds. So I'm out here, I'm fishing anyway, don't care. I have to get the fishing in, right? And that's what I'm going to do today. Just manky, yes, but hopefully I will be rewarded with a giant fish. So, a lot of people have asked me, why are the baits so big? The baits are so big, so if a 6, 7, 8 pound cod hit it, they can't get it in their mouths. I don't have to wind it in and constantly recast and rebait. The sinkers, which I haven't shown to you yet because I forgot to, have got strimmer wire legs on them, so they never actually fold out, right? They bend, then they bend back to where they were before, and you can set the sinker a second time after a fish has hit you. So that's the whole reason for why I'm fishing this way. These baits will fish between an hour and 45 minutes, depending on how large they are. The two baits that just went out, they're a little over an hour kind of a thing. Depending on how much action you have, crabs or lots of small fish or whatever, they can fish for just about an hour, but never less than an hour. They're quite big. And if I go full out, I put half a large mackerel on, I can get an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes out of a bait. I'll get about 6 casts or so, 7 maybe in a whole session. That's it. That's all I do. And this is a waiting game. It's just condensing all your chances into one. Halibut are not that common. They are common here in the Arctic, but they're the least common of all the common fish. And generally you can only catch them on a couple of tides a month. Okay, so that's about it. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Watch my videos, you'll see the results speak for themselves. So a super big tide today, and it's not at its highest point yet either. I'm expecting fireworks. That's the way it works here. Are they going to turn up on this pier today? Well, not necessarily, but it's a good bloody bet. So this is one place. I have a few different places around, and each one I have picked because of a wind direction. And it's taken me some years to find these marks. Not only do the fish have to be there, but they have to be strategically placed where I can get cover nearly any wind direction I can. Because the problem is, our spring tides here in Norway is, they're usually accompanied by horrendous weather. I mean, big tides, big weather. The weather leading up to this was apocalyptic. These rocks over here, I'm fully expecting to be completely submerged by high tide. If not, pretty close anyway. The water should come all the way up to here. Nearly up on the road there. Maybe it even will. So we just got picked up. Yes, here we go. And I'm not 100% sure what's going on here, but big slack line. Could be a cod that's hit it. I'll take it if I can get it, as I say. Big slack line, huge slack line. Here we go. Yeah, we're in. Not a huge fish, but a fish anyway. Feels like a round fish to me. How did he get that in his mouth? It's a tiddler. Might be a small halibut though. Actually, it's getting a bit bigger all of a sudden. He's a cod. A cod. I'm not going to bother filming the rod tip. What is the fish anyway? Is it a halibut? Small halibut? Nah, it's a small cod. Here you go. Look at this size. I don't even think he's hooked. I think the bait is just in his mouth. Now that's what you call commitment, right? The bait's as big as his head. Right. See if I can get him unhooked. Maybe he has found a hook. And it's a 10-0 as well, a really big one, because it's meant for halibut. So I'm going to get this guy unhooked. If he dies, I'll eat him. If not, he'll go back. So unfortunately he didn't make it, but he won't go to waste. There he is there. Okay. And actually I'd say it's just about legal anyway, but I don't like to take them because they don't really taste that good when they're that size. But legally, if a fish dies and it's undersized, you're duty bound to take it. You don't have to, but you can, because it shouldn't go to waste, right? If it dies accidentally. This is a problematic area for some countries, for instance. It doesn't matter whether the fish was undersized. If it dies, you must throw it back. And this is because of despicable people in the world that if they got control, they just say, well, they all died, right? And they've been catching dinkers all day. For that reason, in Norway, they trust people to play by the rules, right? That's it. Play by the rules. That's all you're expected to do. Okay, I'm going to get that one baited up and back in the sea. Stay tuned for me. So high water is about 12:30 and it's just gone 11. So the rock has nearly disappeared. Won't be long now. I usually get most of the fish on the fall. Usually. Having said that, sometimes you get a real beast as the tide starts to run. I don't know if you can see that clear, that patch of shiny water out there. That's where I just put that last bait there. And that's the oil coming off it. That's in 11 meters of water. You can still see the slick at the top. Get this guy tightened up. I've already gone through the procedure I went through at the beginning of the video. This is just to get taught to it so you can see it bite. So I am going to have a cup of tea and you're going to wait for me and the fish to come along. Yeah, stay tuned. Got hit on the left. Yeah, something there, all right. No giant of a fish, so unless it tries to swim off with the tackle, I'm not going to be much bothered with him. Can't be that great a fish. Hopefully it's famous last words. You can't even shift the lead weight anyway. There's lots of dabs and place as well here, and it could be one of them just messing with it as well. I would call this a false alarm. This is a demonstration of why the baits are so big, right? So normally that fish would have found the hook and I would have had to take it in that bait and bait it up again and cast out again. I will stipulate one more time, I am fishing for nothing else but halibut. That's the only thing I want to catch. That's why I came all the way here at stupid o'clock in the morning. That's why I came here and that's what I'm here to do. I don't care if I catch not a damn thing. Came here to catch halibut. And in about 20 minutes I'm going to take in the left rod and I'm going to put on a slightly smaller bait and cast it out a little bit further. This way I can hedge all my bets, right? I'm going to show you here, look at the sinker, look at the juices oozing off that. Fantastic! We're good to see. This is the smaller of the two baits. This is the distance bait. I still haven't moved camp yet, that would be the next job. I'm going to get this one out as far as I can. Out it goes. Move, bird. That's not a good place to cast, but maybe I get away with it. There is some snags out there, but maybe I'm shy. Maybe. As long as it's not snagged up, I'll be alright, I reckon. Oh, you got stuff all over your face. Hang on a second. You mucky pup. Let me clean that up for you. There you go. Like your mother. Except with a beard and a big fishing rod. Apart from that, exactly the same. Maybe your mother does have a beard, yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, there is a reef out here. And generally I don't like to cast there, but be close to the reef could be a good thing. Because halibut love shore crabs, green shore crabs. And they love it. And they'd be mooching around the rocks and the side of the piers and that kind of thing. Looking for green shore crabs. This bait is in a precarious place, all right. Anyway, well, we see what that brings for me. So I just got hit again on the left-hand rod with the smaller bait, and it was quite a good bite. I'm gonna wind down. I hate being all the way back here. This is not bloody well good. I'm gonna have to move now. If I do get a halibut, I'm gonna miss it. Yeah, we're into a good fish, it seems. Oh, yeah, this is a decent fish. Well, it's not a halibut anyway. But it's big, whatever it is. Here comes the leader. Okay, do you remember I said I put it in the rocks, right? I did, and there was a fish on it and a load of weed. So there we go. So the baits are doing the job anyway. This time it tricked me. Out it goes. So I was over there, now I'm here. I got it into a surf video too, right? So now I feel much better about life, okay? This is much better, right? I can come out, get straight into the fish. I don't need to advance forward to get tension on the rod so I can play the fish. The problem was I had to advance on the line so it doesn't get caught on the tires, or it was a bit problematic where the rods were. What I mean is, if I lifted into the fish when I was further back on the pier and the line had become tangled in something, a piece of rope or a tire or whatever, and the fish takes off, it's just going to burn straight through the line and I'm going to lose the fish. So I had to advance down the pier and get tied on it to make sure the line was free of any obstruction at the end of the pier, and then deal with the fish. That's what I was talking about. And this way the rods are long enough that I won't have to worry about something hanging up on the pier. Okay, just in case you did a bit of the fast forward thing, I said at the beginning of the video that I was hiding in there to get out of this wind that was supposed to be forecast, really strong winds, but not a bit of it. Wrong in the right way for a change. They still screw you whichever way. If I had got a big fish and lost it because of their poxy prediction, I wouldn't have been too happy either. Pretty soon I'm going to be at low water. So it's now I'm expecting to get a halibut on the fall of the tide. So that is the last bait. My big baits are doing the job absolutely perfectly. All I've caught is one fish. Although I'm laughing, I actually did intend it to work that way. The fish that I should have caught should have been halibut, but they haven't turned up today. And it's just the way it goes. The tide's good, the baits are good, the tactics are good, but the fish aren't around, so that's the way it goes. I hope in some way this video conveys how many times you actually get hit when you're fishing here. There are so many other fish. You would just be constantly reeling in and baiting up and reeling in and baiting up and casting and casting and casting and casting. And the chances of you actually catching a halibut on purpose aren't really that good. So this way it cuts out all the middlemen, so to speak, literally, apart from the one that did get that monster bait into his mouth, the greedy git. I try to make it easy for them, but no, they won't have it. That's it. Soon the lights are going to come on. Tide will be at the bottom. The video isn't over yet. Baits are still fishing away. I'm not done until it's dark, right? It's not dark yet. And when my eyes say it's dark, it's not dark in halibut world either. So when I can't see properly, you still got another half hour or something like that. So there's still a chance of a fish after you think it's dark, or me. And since I got these, the lights are going to come on now. And that guy there, I'm going to keep fishing until these baits are well and truly fished out. Oh yes, so we've got a bite on the right. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but or if there is even a fish on it. Nope. Yeah. Just in cod. I'm still gonna leave it. See if we can get a fish out of here yet. There's so many fish around. I'm sure a halibut's gonna cruise along now any minute. I'm not done yet. That bait is absolutely monsters. It's been hit several times now. This is definitely a good sign. This means the fish are starting to feed again now just before low, just as the light is fading. And this is probably my best chance today of catching a halibut. I'm not done yet. So many times I've been here the entire day, up and down, and I get nailed just at the end of the day. It's the most common time for me to catch a halibut, in actual fact. Not done yet, stay tuned. It started again. This is pretty much the story today. Rattle, rattles, click, click, rattle, rattle, click, click. No halibut for me though. Okay, I think I've got one on the left rod. It was quite a take. Yeah, we're in. Oh yes, we got one. Oh, here we go again. This is a big, big fish. Ah, it is big. I mean, nearly as big as the one last year. Not quite, but fairly. Ah. Of course, he would have to be over by the snags again. Oh man, these fish pull so hard. Oh, man. Whoa. Oh, this is a big fish. Really big fish. Whoa. Hang on. Oh man. Oh no. Yeah, we got a fish on the other line as well. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that... No. Oh God. Ah, bloody hell. Here we go again. This fish isn't much smaller than the one I caught last year, not much. And I got a halibut on the other one as well. I don't know if you can hear that. Whoa. Exactly the same part of the tide as well. Exactly the same part. And he's coming over to the other line. This is exactly what happened the last time. I'm trying to get him in underneath it. Here he comes. He's coming up now. Oh, please be smaller. Smaller, please be smaller. Here it comes. Yes, it's not the behemoth of last year, but a fairly decent fish nonetheless. Holy crap. Woo! Look at that thing. Right. I'm going to try and keep it anyway. Lordy. That's a 100-pound fish. That's what that is. See if we can get the gaff. This one's a little bit more doable, I think. But I haven't got him yet, so... Is he going to rip this thing out of my hand is the big question. Probably. I'm going to get him in the mouth. Once you got them by the head, you're usually okay, I think. Oh, the gaff's broken. There is a rope in the middle of it, in case you're wondering. Bring him this way. The unenviable task of landing a fish this size by yourself. It is huge. Oh. Oh, bloody hell. He's not done by a long shot. I've come up with an idea and it's to cut the leader, make it as short as possible, cut it. Right, that's the rod out of the equation. The only place I can think to land this is a pontoon around the corner. I don't know if that's going to work either. This is well dodgy. Right, I will try and get him over there. Unfortunately, there's not much light where we're going, but whoa. If he gets off, he's gone. Oh, there went that. Just when I needed it to be longer. Right, oh, here comes some pilings and stuff. There we go. Bloody hell. Holy crap. I hope you can see. Okay, this is the best I can do right now. Bloody hell. Oh, I got him. Look. Back in a minute, buddy. I did it. There's 100 pounds all day long. I think I got fish for the winter. Oh, bloody hell, there's still one on the other rod. That one can get stuffed. Right, I'm going to kill this fish, ikejime it, and then I'll get back to you after that point, right? Stay tuned. So I got the fish up by myself. It was quite an ordeal, but now I have to deal with the other one that's on here, and I got to get that out of the water. The other one has been killed, and it's been ikejime, and my gaff is no longer with us anymore, but I have another one, as they say. We see if we've still got a fish on here. I hope to God it's come off. Yes. Do you ever wish you didn't catch another halibut? I'm glad right now. Holy crap. You gotta love a circle hook. That's all wound up in a heap, of course, because where I was ever on it is off. Right. Let me see if I can show you this fish. I'll give you a look at it as it sits. Let me get my foot in the picture there just so you get some. Gotta get a measuring tape. So 130 centimeters is about 50 pounds or 20 kilos roughly. There's one. That's 110. That's 130. 150. A metre and a half. Between 45 and 48 kilos. That's a 100-pound fish. Yes, it is. Ha ha! Yeah! Woo! That's some deal. You ready for this? Ah! Ah! There you go. Ah! What do you think of that? Single-handed. Oh! I did say I wasn't done yet, and that's why. Exactly the same scenario as last year, practically. Same tide, same part of the tide. I will show you what's left of my gaff. It has been shattered into a million pieces. Well, I'm exaggerating a little bit. Now, for all the people that wanted to see the inside of the gaff, well, this is what it looked like on the inside before the fish broke it to bits anyway. Yeah, that's what I had going in there. So I'm going to be eating halibut for quite a while. So last year was just practice for this year, put it that way. So I hope you're all having a good Christmas. I'm Billy, this is Billy in Arctic Norway. This is Billy catching huge halibut. Wherever you are in the world, remember, I'll see you on the beach. Bye.